What is up, guys? Kevin Cage back with another XRP update. This video is an absolute must-see, so props to all that can stick around for this one. First and foremost, this will be linked in the top of the video description. This is written by Caitlin Long of Avanti, one of the first crypto banks in the United States, and these are the 13 blockchain laws in the state of Wyoming. If you've already read this, because we went over this right when it came out a while back, this is incredibly important and actually really exciting, not just for future crypto custodians or fintechs that are starting entities in the state of Wyoming like Ripple is, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but actually showing some opportunity and benefits for retail investors to relocate your cold storage wallets in this state to take advantage of potential regulations or even future crypto tax deductions. So I'm all ears, and I encourage you guys to go through this, linked in the top of the video description. Alright, so some of the news we already know, and then I want to talk about MoneyGram's commentary on stopping ODL altogether. So crypto company Ripple registers an entity in Wyoming. This is Ripple Markets LLC. Notice this is all occurring during the SEC allegations. I think Ripple's just positioning themselves wisely, hedging their bet, things of this nature. And of course, Wyoming actually gave that green light last year to Kraken and Avanti to launch crypto banks. Remember, even Caitlin Long explained, with even Anchorage becoming one of the first federally chartered crypto banks, and of course they list XRP a while back, they have tons of institutional interest in terms of crypto custodians, and I'm excited for that, don't get me wrong. However, she actually explained that Kraken and Avanti in the state of Wyoming actually have even more leniency throughout the entire United States. So I love that thread, I know we went over it, just a quick reminder. Also shared by Bank XRP on Twitter. I encourage you guys to follow him here and subscribe to YouTube, Ripple Markets Wyoming LLC. You can see that the term of the duration is perpetual and ongoing, and he's retweeting Caitlin Long's tweet right here. She says, "Welcome to Wyoming Ripple," just talking to the company. "More crypto companies are realizing Wyoming is a better domicile than Delaware due to our crypto-friendly laws." So very exciting, and we're going to keep up to date with that as much as possible. And also, Stuart XRP did also provide the Forbes article down below. So, just a few things I want to share. One of the top highlights regarding Wyoming's newest blockchain laws recognizes direct property rights for individual owners of digital assets of all types, virtual currencies, digital securities, and utility tokens. Fun fact for any newbies, the DOJ FinCEN actually determined XRP to be a virtual currency years ago, so the SEC is really dragging their feet on this one. Right here, creates a fintech sandbox to provide regulatory relief to financial innovators, from existing laws for up to 3 years. That is very interesting and an important point to note going forward with all of this lawsuit nonsense as well. Right here, authorizes a new type of state-chartered depository institution to provide basic banking services to blockchain and other businesses. That reminds me exactly of what happened in, I believe, January. Commentary from Brian Brooks, acting comptroller of the currency of the OCC, talking about plugging in directly to stablecoin blockchain networks, open networks. This is beyond exciting. Interoperability is just one part of the puzzle. Notice the bank is required to have 100% reserves, they cannot lend, and is for business depositors only. FDIC insurance is optional. 100% reserves, Kraken, Avanti, and any other future participants and future crypto custodians. Ideally, this is how it should always be. The days of fractional reserve banking are disappearing thanks to blockchain offering true transparency and reassurance to the system. Now, today, we are far from perfect. We have a long way to go to improve all of this. There's so many components as we discuss. But we do know certain actors, or bad actors I should say, like Tether, that are very, very concerning for the future of this market, or at least the health of this market. So please err on the side of caution. I know I've been preaching this forever. I'm still 50% sidelined, and I've been sharing this since September in probably every other video. So please be safe, guys. It could implode at any moment. Could Bitcoin go to 80K, 100K first? Your guess is as good as mine. Just please be aware and decide for yourselves. None of this is financial advice. Right here, do you need to move to Wyoming to benefit from its blockchain laws? No, not unless you're starting a Wyoming bank or custodian. For everyone else, it's pretty easy to take advantage of Wyoming's blockchain laws. Just ask your attorney. Very cool. And then right here is something I encourage you guys to read. How can individuals benefit from Wyoming blockchain laws? Well, individual owners of digital assets can gain the protections of Wyoming laws by moving to Wyoming, or you may physically locate your cold storage digital assets somewhere in Wyoming, or even just set up your own Wyoming LLC, which is incredibly easy, guys. corporation, trust, foundation, or other business entity through which to own your digital assets. So I know a lot of people, trade through an LLC with a lot of, groups and exchanges. You can even do that with Kraken, for example. There's a lot of ways that you can work this system in your favor. So there's trade-offs with everything. Just please, go talk to your attorney, your financial advisor, a corporate CPA, things of that nature if you decide to go that route as well. All right, onward. Right here, guys, this is on Ripple.com, the recent statement, short and sweet, their statement on MoneyGram's temporary suspension of on-demand liquidity, which specifically leverages XRP as the digital asset. I know people are freaking out about this. To be completely transparent, this should have happened a long time ago when all of the major liquidity providers and exchanges halted trading for XRP markets. I was kind of anticipating this. I wonder if they're just trying to drop this news to tank price. Who knows? There's always going to be FUDsters and people freaking out and saying XRP is a dead project. Complete joke. Words mean things. This is temporary. And to be completely frank, you heard Alex Holmes, CEO of MoneyGram, over and over again praise XRP. We've heard the World Bank praise XRP. So please look deeper than just, reading these typical articles and really look at things. Because I know you guys hear me ranting, but you do not see the hours of research and the hours of reading that I do before I even make a little video like this. And this is how I'm able to essentially even freestyle some of this information, because I live and breathe this stuff 8 hours a day at the very least. And that's probably still a conservative estimate because I am insane. All right. So right here, here's a quote from MoneyGram. We look forward to finding a path, or this is Ripple, excuse me. We look forward to finding a path forward with MoneyGram and have confidence that there will be more regulatory clarity in the US for the use of digital assets and blockchain tech at the end of this lawsuit, both of which MoneyGram has commented on publicly in the past about the benefits they have witnessed firsthand for their business. FYI, MoneyGram, when they were using on-demand liquidity, they were using such little volume it did not move the price of XRP whatsoever. So, by that thought, why does it really matter right now? So stay calm, think about this, and keep an eye on everything. Of course, this lawsuit has muddied the waters, and clarity is going to clear it up, but this should have been expected a long time ago. All right? Just getting started. They're reacting conservatively. I would do the same thing as a business. Right here. So John Deaton actually retweeted one of the things that I shared. I just want to read this and preface it. Morocco considers launching a central bank digital currency, just like every other country in the world. Although Bitcoin was banned for use in Morocco 4 years ago, the cryptocurrency continues to thrive there. And we see this time and time again. Privacy coins are banned. What happens? The price goes up because there's still demand, people. So right here, just like in Nigeria, and Nigeria is relatively strict with crypto assets, but it's still happening, and the unbanked, underbanked populations are still going to be helped. Notice Nigeria, India's threatened to ban crypto a million times, and anywhere the government bans Bitcoin as one example, in cryptocurrencies, it is bullish. So, funny enough, we're talking about essentially delisting XRP in the United States. Do you think that this is bullish long term? I personally do. Now, could we absolutely crash and retest some prior levels that we have not retested yet? Yes, it is absolutely possible. I'm not going to speak in absolutes of what will happen, but anything is possible. So keep that in mind. It's possible that we, go to 20 cents again, 15 cents, retest those levels. And it's also possible that we go to $2 plus. So yeah, that's some famous TA for you, up or down. Okay, so there by John Deaton. We're almost done here, guys. So right here, this is huge. This is shared by Crypto Whale. Over 28,000 Bitcoin, approximately $1.6 billion, guys. This is the first time happening in history, so this is huge. Just arrived on spot exchanges, making it the single largest hourly inflow since December 2017. Be careful. So the question is, are we going to expect a massive sell-off? Are we going to, expect, consolidation, or are we going to see a massive pump? A lot of people are anticipating that Bitcoin will pull back. It will tear the market and take it down with them. But many people are also hoping that we kind of get that next leg up from that volume, just like we've seen in prior bull runs. So anything's possible. Please prepare accordingly. Do not leave too much crypto on an exchange. Know the risks. And crypto wallets links are in the video description as well. All right. Right here, I'm going to speed through this. So we know Russia, one of the BRICS nations, focusing on CBDCs and the digital ruble. While the Bank of Russia is pushing on with its own digital currency plans, public crypto assets are set to be ruled out as a legal means of payment. Also, Russia's State Duma is currently introducing legislation that would also recognize crypto as property for tax purposes. This bill passed its first reading Wednesday. Across the world, we're seeing all of this regulation slowly getting pushed along. Also, in other news, guys, I'm a huge Polkadot fan. As you guys know, they have tons of devs and everybody just building on this ecosystem. It's absolutely rocketed in the last few months, and I sold a big portion that I posted on Twitter to show how stupid I was. And we can see that Clover Finance raises $3 million from Polychain and others to bridge Ethereum and Polkadot. Interoperability, guys, working on a proof of concept non-custodial bridge for an EVM chains to connect with the Bitcoin network. I love this, future-proofing, connecting all of these blockchains, unlocking that value. Reminds me of Flare Networks. Right here, Santiago Velez, if you guys have not seen this gentleman in his interviews with even Real Vision Finance or Hugo of Flare Networks, stop this video, leave this video, and go watch him speak right now. It is beyond exciting. So right here, this is why Flare Networks is so compelling compared to others. And you know, these Ethereum maxis are not seeing what's happening. If Flare succeeds, the value of XRP does exceedingly well. The value of Spark potentially does exceedingly well. It is just the win-win dream for the XRP community, but also even Ripple integrating Flare Networks and some functionality with smart contracts into Ripple Net. So I'm so excited for the future, and I'm excited for a lot of us to start getting those token distributions that will be rolled out, and you can find more about that on the Flare blog. So, right, okay. It's so compelling it utilizes the EVM without the compromises of DPoS. Again, this is delegated proof of stake, the consensus mechanism. So it doesn't have the compromises of a typical delegated proof of stake consensus mechanism, because the security in that type of system is typically tied to the asset price. So, you know, the higher the price, the more secure the network is, things of that nature. So keep that in mind, because you obviously with spamming the network, just like with Ripple, it can become incredibly expensive. Bridges liquidity of digital assets, anything really, without the native smart contract functionality, uses trustless gateways and oracles to negate counterparty risk. Mic drop. All right. And we're going to finish up with this one. So Crypto Whale, guys, reminder, and this is what I was referencing earlier. I know we're all talking about it, but this is the elephant in the room. And we're just wondering how high we're going to go before this really hits the fan. Some people believe it never will. Is that possible? Yes. Do I think this will collapse and hit on, you know, eventually hit the fan? I do. And could I be wrong? Yes, absolutely. And I always entertain that possibility. So reminder, Tether is the only company in the entire world worth over $35 billion and has no audits. They even fired their previous auditor, then claimed they don't need audits because their work is too confusing. Not sketchy at all. Be safe, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember to go read through this in the top of the video description, and I will catch you in the next one.